In this video, I decided to cover a very important subject matter related to human rights on integrity, mental integrity. It's actually a very sophisticated subject matter, believe it or not. The first time it was mentioned in the Genocide Convention in 1948. The human rights. Why there are much attention, so much attention toward human mind, human integrity of the thoughts, of the cognition. Well, we all know that the current tools, current brain devices, they are capable of not just pulling a lot of information, sensitive information from us, but it's able to influence us in multiple ways. Okay, it really touches a lots of aspects of the way how we feel, the way how we perceive things around us, the way how we communicate. It literally touches our identity. It touches um, our human being integrity so much. And the way how to address those things, it's still under question, okay, under investigations. And we still don't have completely the answers. Okay. The idea of protection of human being, integrity, and consciousness was mentioned first time in 1948 in the Genocide Convention. Also, it actually been reflected in the human right on the thought. Okay, so your thought, you basically have a human right on whatever you think. Okay, so nobody can interrupt your thoughts, thinking process, whatever. It's a part of your human being consciousness, and hopefully nobody will disagree with the fact that human mind and consciousness is an invaluable thing. It's an invaluable thing, and it's something that stays in the core of a human um, being identity. So let's talk first and foremost how human being perceive safetiness. What we know from scientific perspective? We know from the scientific perspective that human mental wellness, well, the cross-national studies demonstrated that um, the mental wellness of the nation directly connected to the idea of self-tiness, the safety, and the consistency of this idea of being safe. And doesn't matter what kind of what nationality, does matter country, doesn't matter anything. It's just so common for the human being. Okay, so we uh mentally we feel mentally healthier in a safer environment. Okay, how we perceive safe environment, that's more sophisticated subject matter. Okay, the safetiness of the environment doesn't matter, digital, not digital, depends on the several things, on how on safetiness of our identity, the level of our authority, the security of our ownership, authorship, our rights, things we do. Okay, and sovereignty. Okay, those things. And very interesting study being conducted regarding the centralized network, very new wave, right, of basically dealing with the money, dealing with documents, um, uh, intellectual properties, etc., etc. And a matter of fact, according to the recent studies, the decentralized network has actually failed to provide the sense of safetyness for the human being. Well, the authors, researchers, scientists, they basically um, saying that it's still there are multiple investigations has to be, you know, um, more research has to be have to be conducted in the future. But in the matter of fact, we have to totally get rid of a delusion that the centralized network are going to solve all our issues. Okay. The original inventor of the right of human being right on the integrity, on the human mind integrity, is Charles Malik. From his perspective, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why we actually have to think about it? Okay, why he was thinking about it and why he developed, why he actually actualized these terms. So, from his perspective, human being, we are, or we all are, we're experiencing a lots of pressure. We're experiencing a lots of pressure from publishers, from all the corporations. We literally get manipulated big time. And he believed that the main conflict in the idea of the protection, comes from the pressure between corporations and publishers that trying to influence human mind and the human persona and people who deserve um, to think the way they want to think, who deserve literally to for integrity, their right for um, their own cognition, their own understanding. Another person that we have to be aware about is René Cossin. He's the author of the idea that human thought has to be protected at all cost. Human thought has to be protected at all cost, no matter what. Okay. I would like to conclude. The thing is, due to the very fast technology development and access, growing access to the data of human minds, the idea of the protection of the human thought, the idea of protection of human integrity and cognition is extremely important. It's not just extremely important. I believe it's number one concern in the